I am the Humble Seer.
Hello and welcome to the Humble Seer. So these are the top 7 things Scorpio will never get caught doing. And the first thing they'll never get caught doing is hiding their intensity, because they are an intense sign. They're passionate, they're deep, they're even hypnotic. They'll put you in a trance. Their eyes tell the story. They have piercing eyes, and those eyes will see right through you. But a Scorpio is born to be intense. They're born from birth to be intense signs. And a lot of people think Scorpios are fire signs because they have fire in their belly. They're very intense. And, you get that with an Aries or, any of the fire signs. But Scorpio is a water sign. But they're intense people. They love their family intensely. They love their romantic partner intensely. They love their job intensely. They love their possessions intensely. They're just intense. They love their romantic partners intensely. Yeah, I repeat that because they are one of the most intense signs when it comes to sensuality and all of that. They're intense. Again, they're hypnotic, they're passionate, they're deep. That is a Scorpio. And like I say, if you are in a room full of people and somebody is staring at you and their eyes are looking right through you, that is a Scorpio. They are intense, intense, intense. So what's the second thing that Scorpio will never get caught doing? Oh, fake people. They'll spot a fake person a mile away. They don't have time for it. They don't like fakery. They don't like fake people. It makes them sick. It's sickening to them. They don't want to have anything to do with it. If you're fake and phony, you can forget it because they're going to know. They're going to spot that from a mile away. So don't even try. If you're interested in a Scorpio, you have found out they're a Scorpio and you yourself are fake, just don't even bother. That's right. Don't even bother to try to involve yourself with a Scorpio because you'll get your feelings hurt because again, they don't have time for fake people. It's just, they don't do fake. They're not fake and they don't like fake. They don't even like their family members being fake. If they have a fake family member, they don't want to have anything to do with them. It doesn't mean they won't, but they don't like it. It's like pulling teeth for them to do. It's tough. They might not let the family member know that, or they might. What's the third thing that Scorpio will never get caught doing? Letting you go. Now, I say it because it could be a thing, but let's just deal with you. Letting the person that is in their life, specifically love life, letting them go. They're never going to get caught doing it. They don't want to do it. They don't want to release somebody that they love because they have put their time and energy into learning someone. And they're not going to just let that go. No. Especially if they love you. Because again, it goes back to number one, they're intense. They have serious intensity. They're very passionate and deep. And when they get with you and they have given you their heart, letting you go will not be easy. And the same thing goes with things. Like if they have a car that they love, hell, they'll buy a home with a large garage just so they can put their car in it because they don't want to let it go. They love it. So they don't let things go and they don't let the people that they love and that they've put their time and energy into, they don't want to let them go. What's the fourth thing? Welcoming you in with open arms. See, and this goes with 3. Let me explain. A Scorpio doesn't just let anybody into their world because they're intense people. And they just don't do that. They don't just let anybody in, but when they let you in, they're not going to let you go. But they don't just open up their arms and let you in and then start telling you everything about them. They don't do that. They're not going to tell you everything about themselves. They're not going to give you their life story. They're not going to do that. They'll let you do it, but they're not going to do it. They're going to take their time to get to know you. Because by them doing that, they don't have to go back to number 3 of letting you go. They're going to take their time to get to know you so that there's a solid foundation that they've built, because they're not letting you go. They're holding on to that thing, that person that they love, that they've spent time learning and watching and nurturing. So they don't just welcome you with open arms. You're not just going to go into the arms of a Scorpio and just start, knowing everything about them. It'll take time. It'll take plenty of time, because they have secrets, but we'll get into that. What's the 5th thing that Scorpio will never get caught doing? Being petty. They're not about it. They're not petty people, and they don't have expectations of you being petty, but they're not going to be petty. They're not going to say petty things. They're not going to do petty things. They're not, if they give you $20, they don't have an expectation of getting it back. And they're not going to be so petty as to ask to get it back. I mean, it could depend, but for the most part, that's petty to them. They're not going to bother doing petty, insignificant things. It's a waste of their time. They're not going to do it. They don't want to be bothered with that, being petty. They're serious. This is a serious sign here. This is an intense sign. We talked about that in 1. They're intense. And pettiness and intensity don't mix. They're like oil and water. So they're not going to be petty. They don't do petty. All right, what's the 6th thing that Scorpio will never get caught doing? Revealing their secrets. And they have plenty of them, and they're not going to tell you. You can try, you can search, because you might suspect that they have secrets. You might feel like, I think you're not telling me everything. And you would likely be right, because Scorpio likes to keep those things to themselves. It's something that they don't want people using it against them. They don't want you saying, oh, but you da 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 da, this is your secret. They don't want that coming back to smack them in the face. They're secretive. I mean, that's all I can say. They're secretive people, and they're not going to reveal their secrets. They will never get caught doing that. It's not in them. And last but not least, the last thing that Scorpio will never get caught doing is being fierce. Well, really, they're not going to get caught not being fierce, I should say. A Scorpio is a fierce sign. I mean, they'll walk a runway like that's a Scorpio. They will do it, and they will do it well, and they'll do it with they're fierce, and they're determined, and they don't back down. They have a level of bravery. They will do things that other signs would not even consider doing. They will put something on that no other sign would ever consider doing. They're fierce in that way. They will put that makeup on, or that suit and tie, whatever, and they will step out the door, and they will be fierce, and they will be a force to be reckoned with. They are a determined sign. They are a fierce sign. And it goes back to number 1, their intensity. How could they not be fierce? Because they're so intense. They're so intense. So I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for stopping by the Humble Seer. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think about this reading. Buy me a coffee in the description box below. And until next time, you take care, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.